TRIC stands for, what I do basically in class, TRIC stands for trust, respect, independence, collaboration, and kindness. And so this is what I think belongs in every class. And actually, number one, I mean, they're all really important, but you can't do anything without trust. Trust is number one. You have to trust those kids. And the average teacher and the whole system basically says, don't trust. If we can help teachers change their mindset just a little bit, that's why I've proposed this thing that I call Moonshot Monday. It's like one day a week, 20% time, kind of like Google's 20% time. They became the most creative company on the planet because of the 20% time. Give kids 20% time in school where they get to work on a project of their choice, and you can apply TRIC. Give them some trust. Let them come up with something that they care about and some respect. Just try it for one day. It'll be kind of amazing to see what happens. The point is to give the students some freedom, some agency, some control of their learning. What's interesting is that I was still in charge for the most part. You know, I would say it was 50% of the time I was still telling everybody what to do. And then slowly that evolved. And now today in 2016, I would say that my lecture, if I do it, probably amounts to 10% of the time. They're in charge 90% of the time. So if I want to do something in that class today, or any of my classes, I basically work with the team leaders, the editors, in advance, talk to them about what they're going to be doing on that day, help them, and they do the instruction. They are learning how to be leaders, real leaders, and they're also learning to interact with their peers. And what are the peers learning? The peers are learning the same thing. You learn from each other. You work as part of a community. We're all a big team. The number one thing that stresses students out in school are grades. They get stressed out. They get so stressed out that they can't think about anything else except how to get a good grade. So what I do in my classes is I get rid of that problem totally. The thing is, everybody gets an A. Not only that, you get an A, I expect you to do whatever it takes to get an A. And whatever it takes sometimes means revising. It can be revising twice, it can be revising 10 times. You know, it can be, you know, modifying your story. But the idea, or finding another topic. But the idea is you can succeed no matter what. And so the grade pressure is off, which means that the kids actually learn, because they're not checking their phone all the time to see what their grade is, because they know their grade is an A. And the kids that came back just a year or two ago said, one of the things we loved about the program is no matter what, we succeeded. We did it anyway. We were flexible no matter what. And I think that's true. If you believe in them, they believe in themselves. Focus on what it is that you personally can control and see if you can make a difference. Because you can't control how other people feel. And there's a lot of things out there you can't control, but you can control how you personally react to whatever it is that happens in life. And so I'm not just teaching journalism, I'm also teaching skills for life, how to adapt in the 21st century, how to use technology, you know, how to find that information first and figure out what's most important, and then write it up, and then take action and publish it. So my goal for my students is to be prepared for the world. So I don't care if they want to go into journalism, I don't care what, I'm not trying to push them in any direct field. I am just trying to give them the tools that are important for being successful in the 21st century. And so that is why I'm focused on this. And most, I would say 98% of my students graduate with these skills. And they go on to all sorts of fields, and they use those communication skills in many ways to help themselves be more productive, but also to help the world be a better place.